Hi, welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, again, as you guys can see, I've now been uh, 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 put in Facebook jail because of a post that I interact in. Um, and so they had basically, let me see here. So they basically banned me from posting on Facebook for the next 7 days. Why? Well, it's because of a post that someone made. Okay, and this post has to do with. Oh, see now what happened? Did they close the group? Oh, I think they closed the group. Wow, I think I. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, I think they closed the group, so I can't even see my notifications. Okay, let me see if I can turn this around because I'm on my desktop also. Let's see. Okay, all right, here we go. So you see, I can't even see my notifications. Okay, so this is what they're doing. And then it goes, we review your comment again, or new message, review your comment again, and this doesn't follow our standard, right? So now, so not only have they uh, prevented me from posting anything for the next 7 days, I can no longer see any of my notifications. Okay, so I mean, it again, this is something that's being personally done. Okay, because even though they had banned me from posting in the past, I was still able to see my notifications. Okay, so they basically, uh, you know, can't see notifications. But anyway, let's talk about the reason why. So, on a post on the black, I mean, I can still see on my phone, but on my desktop, probably if I click on here, I wouldn't be able to see it. But let's see here. The post says something about how the black community. Let me see if I can go back to the original post. Um, let's see, can I go back to the original post? Yes, here it is. It says, wow, the way the black community protects predators and blame the victim is disgusting, for real. What is it? So it's about Bill Cosby, okay? And what many black people don't understand, because again, the media creates our pent up anger. The media controls our emotions. Period. You know, I'm speaking as a black person who knows, who understands how the media manipulates other black people to get them to become angry, to get them to hate other people, to get them to cancel other people, what have you. Okay, this is a game of the white supremacists, right? So they're saying the media, you know, black the way the black community protects predators and blah blah blah. And I always say, you know, before you make a judgment on somebody, or before you decide that you're gonna find a person guilty, prove that they're guilty. You hear the police in the background, police sirens in the background, yeah, because they're the one that's doing this. So here's the thing, right? And this person said that this person made a comment saying that, oh, I get it. You protect rapists and pedophiles. No, I don't. Okay, and I don't believe uh, in terms of protecting individuals like that. But then you got to take things on a case by case basis. Okay, and this is what we as black people refuse to do. We refuse to learn the truth. And because I said that black people are the most ignorant people in America, okay, which is the truth. This is the truth. Okay. And again, this is proven by facts. By facts. Okay. When they did a recent poll about black people, asking them, do they believe they'll achieve the American dream, the vast majority said yes. It says yes. But when you look at the facts and you look at the wealth gap, how black wealth keep going down while white wealth keep going up, how could the majority of black people believe that? Because again, they believe in the lies and propaganda by the media and by those within our community who has been uh, paid by white supremacists, okay, to engage in lies and distort the truth and the facts. Okay, so some of the comments, and this is my thing. Like I said, this is what I said. All right. Okay, here you go. Okay. And it says the same people who turn a blind eye to the rapists and pedophile pimp pastors in the black church, right? And like I said, whenever I speak on something, I'll give you the reference. Okay, I speak on the facts. Unlike the majority of us black people, we speak on hearsay and propaganda, and on our emotions. Okay, and I do it too sometimes, but for the majority of the time, I want to know the truth. I want the facts. Okay, so again, I posted an article. We talk about Bishop Eddie Long and the Black Church's legacy of child sexual abuse. Okay, they had cases where the pastor rapes a young woman, or a teenager, young girl. Okay, and then the whole entire church tell that young girl, don't come back into the church because it's your fault. Either because the way you dress, the way you look at the pastor, or what have you, right? So we have a control way of thinking. When I say control way of thinking, meaning that the media and white supremacists and their lies control how we think and how we and our emotions and how we express our emotions, the way we express it. But we think that we are free. Okay? So somebody reported me, which is fine. It doesn't matter. And then I goes, I love how these fake ass, put as instead of ass, fake ass black people and they fake ass outrage when it suits them. Go look at how many states allow child marriages. Again, that's the truth. Okay? See, but we don't want to know the truth. We don't want to know the truth. When a black man does something and it's wrong, okay, I'm not excusing what that individual did, okay? But they will turn the black community on, and it's not just that black person. So I can understand if it's just that black individual. But what supremacists have done is that they have made the black man to be the serial rapist, the serial murderer, the whatever. Okay, when it's in fact it is white men who are the serial pedophiles, the serial rapists. The vast majority of those who are that type of individuals are white. But I'm trying to make people understand, okay, how we can be manipulated, how we can be abused without even thinking about it. Okay, so let me continue. So as I said, go look at how many states where adults can have sex with a teenager. Go look. They just gotta do is go look. Look up your go look up the law in your state. Okay? Because me personally, I would never, even if I live in a state that says, okay, you can marry or you can have sex with a teen, I would never do that. Never. Okay, because for me, at my age, I want a woman that's close to my age. Okay? So understand this, that in states, the majority of states allow for adults to marry children. I'm not speaking lies. I'm telling you the truth. Go look it up. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you. So anyway, let's continue. So I'm not even going to be reading some of these things. So I think that's what she says. So she says, she goes, here, we get it. You support rape and pedophilia. No, I don't. America do. You do. Okay? But again, you see, when people speak the truth, they want to try to put the worst label on you. And a lot of times it's a lot of these black women, because they have been conditioned into thinking that, okay, well, is that they're the victims of black men, they're the victims of sexual assault by black men, right? Go look up how many black boys are sexually abused by black women. See, they don't want to talk about that, right? Because again, the war on black people, with the emphasis, the war on black men and black boys. So as long as they can turn the black female or black women into that, give them the idea that their oppressors is black men and not white supremacy and white supremacist white men. Okay, but as long as they can shift and project that image onto the black man, okay, in the eyes and minds of the black women, then they've done their job in destroying the black community, the black family, and the relationship between black men and black women. Okay, so again, this is what they do. The minute you throw some facts in there, they want to label you as such, or to say, oh, you support this, you support that. Listen, I have a daughter, I have sons. Okay, I don't support it either way, whether it be women assaulting, sexually assaulting my sons, whether it be men sexually assaulting, or women sexually assaulting my daughter, and same thing for my sons. But you see, like I said, what white supremacy and white supremacists have done, created within the minds of black women, okay, for those who may have experienced sexual assault within their community, within their family, it's a lot different for us as black people. Okay, see, when white people do these things, it isn't because of economics or finance. It isn't because of joblessness and anything like that, or depression, or any sort of mental illness. Well, I shouldn't say mental illness, but any sort of depressive state or anything like that. It alcohol and all this other stuff that attribute to a lot of these things happening in our community, because of, again, the poverty level and the economic situation and financial situation within the black community. Okay, and then a lot of times too, we black women, I'm gonna tell you the truth, black women, they sexualize their daughters. They sexualize their daughters. How many pictures I see of high school graduation or junior high school graduation with black women buying their daughters, okay, very low cut dress, right, showing their breasts, showing off their breasts and their behinds. And a lot of times black women are encouraging their daughters to dress like that. And it's not to say that, I'm not blaming it on saying, okay, the woman can dress where she wants, but that's a woman. When you have children, you as a parent know the type of world that we live in. Understand us. Well, for the most part, some of us understand the situation more than others. Okay? And then they turn around and they say, when these older men end up dating these younger women, okay, you also have to bear some responsibility. Like, I would never have my daughter, when she gets to high school, have you dressing in some of these dresses I see some of these young women, these young teenagers dress that their mother buy them. I have not seen one. I've seen fathers who've complained and said, hey, don't let her wear these things. And the mother's like, she can wear whatever she wants. This is again, black women are doing these things. Okay, I'm not blaming black women for men raping their daughters, women, and anything like that. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you have to use common sense. Okay, now let's get back to the situation. the whole Bill Cosby thing. So Bill Cosby, in a deposition in a civil case, gave a testimony, and the only reason why he gave it was on the promise by the state that he will not be criminally prosecuted. Okay, he didn't have to do it. Okay, but he did it, and the state should not have criminally prosecuted him. But what you had is a white supremacist DA who figured this was his chance to take down a black man, a famous black man. And that's what he did. And this is why Bill Cosby was released, and the charges, will be his charge will be his conviction will be expunged, because it never should have happened. Not to say he's innocent or guilty, right? But you have to prove that in a court of law, and they can't prove it in a court of law. So he is innocent. He has to be given the same privilege in terms of with white men when they get arrested for whatever crime they commit, whether it be murdering 50 people, what have you. They're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Okay? So, with this nonsense, that's why I don't pay attention to this shit. Because, as an educated black man, and when I say educated, not just educated within the financial institution, but who took the time to research and study and understand what's going on. See, most of these women don't understand that in the majority of these states, grown men and women can marry children. Okay? Grown men could have, and women can have sexual intercourse with teenagers. Some states, the age of consent is 16. So, and then in some states, when it comes to marriage, there is no age limit. But these are things that they don't want to know. They don't want to understand, because again, they're living in their own delusional mindset created by white supremacy, and they don't quite even understand that. Okay? So, and here's another thing that I talked about, right? Where talk about the Bishop Eddie Long situation, but he was having sex with these young boys in his church. Okay, what did they do? They turned a blind eye. They knew. See, as long as you're a pimp in the pulpit, okay, as long as you're a pedophile in the pulpit, as long as you're a rapist in the pulpit, it's okay with black people. It's okay. I'll tell you. Go do the research. You'll see. A lot of these young victims of these predators in the churches, the congregation remains silent. They know what's going on. The pastor's sleeping with this person, with that person. Pastor's married, but yet he's having an extramarital affair with this member of the church, and such and such. But again, I get banned for speaking the truth, and that's just to show you how they hate the truth. Because they've created this lie, this delusion, or the illusion of inclusion, that they're equal. When we talk about black people, you're not equal. Okay, you may be equal in your mind, but under the laws in the United States, you are not equal, no matter what it says. Right? Because I can pull up tons of statistics, tons of study, tons of actual real life events that shows and proves to you that you're not equal. Okay? So when I say black people are the most delusional people in America, I'm speaking facts. I'm not speaking fiction. This is not my own idea. Okay? This is the facts. All right? So look at this person. Some people are so deeply invested in their envy of supremacy that they cannot divorce themselves from their mind. See, and again, these are the very same people who saying these things are the ones that are so deeply rooted in envy of white supremacy. I don't envy white supremacy because it allows white people to get away with certain things that black people can't get away with. Okay, what I'm saying is that white supremacists control our narrative. They control our emotions. They control our action. Okay, they control who you can hate and who you can love. All right, so like I said, these are the very same people who will say these things, but they are the ones that are rooted in white supremacy, but they don't see it. Okay, when do you ever hear a white person will say, well, the um, black people can do such and such, but we can't? No, they do it any damn way. Okay, so but for black people, see, we always got to be the better people, right? We always got to be, the better version, the better this, the better that. Well, how come we're not better in terms of economics? How come we're not better in terms of technology? How come we're not better in terms of education? How come we're not, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, let me and again, these are black women, right? But when you talk to them and you show them proof, all of a sudden they're silent. So here is from equitynow.org. Okay, it says there are too many exceptions to child marriage laws in the United States. So what is child marriage, and is it really happening in the United States? A child marriage occurs when, a child marriage occurs when one or both of the parties of the marriage are below the age of 18. Child marriage is currently legal in 46 states. Only Delaware, New Jersey, Minnesota, and Pennsylvania have set the minimum age at 18 and eliminate all exception. And 20 US states do not require any minimum age for marriage. Okay? With a parental or judicial waiver. Approximately 248,000 children were married in the United States between 2000 and 2010. The vast majority were girls wedded to adult men and much older. Okay? So, when you hear the United States talk about like these Arab countries who allow children to be married to adult, and they get up on the world stage and say, this is wrong and they're backwards, whatever. But the United States allowed the same thing. See, this is what I'm talking about, is that what they have done to our mind is create this delusion based on lies. And when you tell people the truth, they hate you for it, they'll label you, they'll call you this and they'll call you that. Okay? Come on, you want to see more? Okay, let's go. Let's look at this. Okay, age of age of consent. What? All right, now let's look. Each U.S. state has its own general age of consent. As of August 1st, 2018, the age of consent in each state in the United States is either 16 years of age, 17 years of age, and 18 years of age. The most common age of consent is 16. Okay, which is a common age of consent in most Western countries. Now, first of all, me as an adult, I'm not gonna have sex with no teenager, anybody under the age of 25. Okay? Period. And that's just my personal stance. You have adult men having, relationship with 18-year-olds. As a matter of fact, even 16-year-olds. Okay? And you may say, okay, they're pedophiles, they have adults, but the state allows it. The states allows it. So this is what I'm saying. with this fake ass outrage, because people don't know the truth, they don't know the law, okay? And their emotions are being controlled by the people who are feeding them the lies. Now, the case with Bill Cosby is different. The fact that he said that he gave women quaaludes, but if you listen to his deposition, right? These women knew, and in some cases, when he asked them if they wanted, they said yes. Now, it doesn't excuse what he did after, if he did it, based on what they say. But again, like I said, I'm not going to make a judgment based on, the lack of evidence, on just hearsay. And this is how they take down a lot of prominent, wealthy black men. And if they do take down a wealthy white man, it's because he's done something to upset his buddies, okay, that they need to get rid of him, or he may be a liability. Okay, so there is a difference. Okay, when they do stuff like that, it is to protect their interests. When they come after a wealthy black man based on what a person says without any due process of the law, it is done to destroy the character, the career, and the livelihood of that wealthy black man. So whether he did it or not, okay, in the Bill Cosby case, is the reason why he got released is doesn't matter. The fact is that they should have never brought it to trial based on the promise that was made by the state in the civil deposition case. Okay? So like I said, fake ass anger. Anyway, let's do some more truth. Since a lot of black people don't like the truth. Okay? Let's go on some more truth. So, let's go. Where's the article? Okay, that's one. Here we go. Yes, sexual abuse on black boy is a problem, and we need to pay attention. So ask yourself this, right? Why is the conversation always one-sided when it comes to anything affecting, in terms of any sort of victimization of black people? Why is it always on black women and black girls, right? 99% of the time when reporting stuff like this, it is always reported on black women and black girls, never on black men and black boys. When black boys are far more likely to be sexually abused than black girls. Okay? And the majority of those adults who will sexually assault a black boy is a black female. But you see, we don't go around trying to demonize black women. Okay? And what white supremacy has done is take a few black men who have done these things and then demonize all black men in the eyes and minds of black women. So this was my one of my points in terms of what I posted on Facebook. Because like I said, I posted these these articles. Okay. I posted them. So whenever I say something, like I said, I don't just say just to say it. I say it because I know the facts. I say it because I did the research. Okay? And I say it because I understand what white supremacy and white supremacists are doing to our community. How they're tearing black women and black men apart. How they're creating false narrative particularly within the minds of black women, to create this malignant narcissistic mentality within our women, to where now they think that they're victimized by black men, right? How many cases have you guys seen or heard of on the news or reading the media, the newspaper media, about black women and domestic abuse when it comes to black men, in terms of black women domestically abusing black men? You don't hear those things. But when it's the other way around, you hear it. It's all over the news, plastered everywhere, on social media, everywhere. There's a reason for that. Okay? So Facebook can go ahead and do whatever they want to do to put, like I said, been posting stuff on the police outside with their sirens and woo, 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 whatever. Because they understand I know the truth. They understand there's a lot of us also that know the truth and are fighting back against their false narratives. Because ultimately, what they are doing within the minds of black women is creating a victimhood mentality, that they are the victims of black men violence, sexual aggression, which is a lie, a falsification, and a misrepresentation. Okay? So if they can have you believe in the lies, they can control your emotions, they control your way of thinking, they can control how you're going to behave. This is why they don't want to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth about your history, about your neighborhood. They're not going to tell you the truth. So, they can go ahead. And even though I disagree with the decision, they still, and they came out really quick too. I have never seen them make a decision that fast. Like I just said I disagree with this decision, and within 2 minutes they came up with a decision, because they are actively monitoring my post. This is how so much they want to silence me, that anything I post, I give them a chance to act or try to say goes against community standard. And like I said, I didn't say anything that goes against the community standard. All I just said was, like, black people were the most ignorant people in America. Shit, I'm black. Okay? But yet, they can have other black people calling each other niggas. Right? They can have posts with black women calling other black women bitches. Okay? All that negative shit, they allow. But the truth, they don't allow. Think about it. Be smart. Educate yourself. Learn the truth. And then when you make a decision by what you see, or you'll be able to think beyond what the media is showing you or what they're trying to make you believe. And you'll develop some sort of critical thought, critical thinking. Okay? And that way you can control your emotions, and you control the displaced anger. And I said the displaced anger. Okay? Not the rightful anger. I said the displaced anger that they've created. So, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. I mean, it's fine. They wanna ban me for 7 days or how many days, whatever. Okay. Okay, because I mean, if you read what I said, it's the truth. I said, go look at how many states where adults can have sex with teenagers. In some states, the law is on the pedophile side. So learn the truth and do something about it. The media can get you to hate on Bill Cosby without any evidence, only the words of what I said, lying women. Okay, and this is just, and I'm speaking my opinion now, because the way I see things is that for what, after 20 something years, they're like, well, I guess the money must have run low, because when they were receiving that monthly payment from him, they were quiet, right? They didn't say anything, right? When they went into that civil lawsuit or whatever, and they got that check, right? They said okay, right? But the minute this racist DA said, okay, we're going to prosecute this man, okay, because knowing that now, they're like, well, we don't have to give back the money, so now we're going to take the stands now, right? This has never been getting justice for these women. This is about white supremacy and the takedown of a famous black man. Period. Period. Okay? So, and that's what I said. Because it's the truth. People don't want to hear it, but hey, that's too bad. Like I said, go take your fake ass anger, okay, that created within you by white supremacy, by the media, control how you feel, control how you think, okay. When a lot of these pastors in the churches sleeping with these young women, and the whole church knows about it, and then telling the victim that she don't come back to the church, because she's a disturbance or what have you. Like, save that shit for somebody else. Come on, like, get the fuck out of here.